It's a hugely important matter, and I must say it is one that is frequently raised with me, both on the doorstep and in public meetings. And I think that this petition and a question that lies around it are indicative of a changing relationship between elected members, the voting public, and power. And I think it would be helpful to look at one aspect that lies behind this petition and to share some of the experiences from Scotland, where we have PR for elections to the Scottish Parliament and councils, and also where, I would add, we have voters at 16 years old who can express their democratic views. Does someone voting in my constituency of East Lothian want a specific person to fulfil a role of representative here in Westminster? And what role do they see that as? Lawmaker? Solving constituency problems? Do they want to know who I am, ask questions of me, demand representation on all issues? I think it's interesting that evidence suggests that parliamentarians themselves rank lawmaking as what the constituent wants from them. But actually, constituents rank solving constituents' problems as the most important job. And if we add to that a shared desire to promote and improve the interests and economy of the constituency itself, I would suggest that voters see a dual role in their parliamentarian. At the time of a national election, with its national campaign and febrile press coverage, umpteen polls and opinions, it's who will form the next government, who will control their future that's important. And after the election, that view changes, and what a constituent wants is a voice for the constituency, a voice to sort out their problems and to help build and develop the area they live in. And this may suggest a reason why by-elections are very different beasts to general elections. East Lothian has always had a strong history of constituency MP backbenchers who've contributed to the politic but always put their constituency first. And this is, I believe, a characteristic that's shared in a lot of constituency. This petition makes reference to PR systems that keep the constituency link. In Scotland, we have the additional member system, AMS, and this, the first past the post vote, identifies a constituency MSP, and then additional members are added from a list. The list is, of course, party-based and adds members for a particular party to one of 8 area lists. We also have STV, the single transferable vote. Constituents have multiple members, and the voters rank their candidates from 1 to however many they wish. STV improves the proportionality, it retains a constituency link, and that's used in our council elections. I would, however, counsel that experience tells me that voters sometimes find this system very difficult, with people frequently voting for just one person, or indeed sequencing their votes down the ballot paper. The result becomes an alphabetic list of councillors rather than perhaps a party or individual choice. It is, of course, education that's the key to solving this, along possibly with randomised ranking on the ballot paper. However, with Westminster, are people up to more MPs, or would we require larger constituencies, removing and eroding a historic link of an MP to an area? I am aware of other systems, party lists, regional or national, and again, it points towards a party political choice, perhaps rather than an individual choice. The question of electoral form is loud, and it is a massively important debate. And just because something is complex doesn't mean we shouldn't address the question. We must listen to what's being said. But I believe a question that we need to ask ourselves before that is, what do we want from our MP? And possibly, if we can answer that question, the system we use to vote for our MP may become more clearer to everyone. Thank you, Chair.